Let's go ahead and dive into my very first month at Redfin because, man, did I tell you I was an expert at writing contracts? I don't know how many contracts I've written, but I feel like I know contracts really well, like the back of my hand. I know you're already gonna like this video, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And let me tell you, I have written some really aggressive contracts, like full appraisal gap, termination only for inspection, $15,000 hard earnest money after inspection, and a 60-day post-occupancy agreement for free. Oh, and did I mention that I've already had my seller go through the seller's disclosure and the closing instructions, sign that and submit that with my offer just to try to win a home that we got outbidded by $50,000. But you know what? I'm excited that I just know contracts to be able to feel good about writing these aggressive contracts while also explaining the risks to my buyers, which I would have never learned this anywhere else because I was spending most of my time trying to find business. Here I'm giving clients who I'm able to work through the process, but the market is so interesting in Colorado, but I did not know what I was getting myself into until I started writing offers and submitting them and realizing like I got bid out by this, I got bid out by that. This is how it is over here. This is how it is over there. And you don't understand until you actually get involved. And now that I'm involved, I'm just like, I understand. But some people, when they first come into Redfin as a prospect or lead, one of the things that I just really enjoy doing is learning more about why they're using Redfin, what is their situation like, and why do they want to buy in one of the most competitive times in Colorado, just to be able to see exactly what do they know about the market and what is their current situation, to really help me determine exactly what route I should take for them. Because sometimes you'll get a new lead in and they just don't know anything. And they will literally ask me, do you think I'll be able to get this house for $100,000 less than what it's listed? And in my mind, I am just like, are you kidding me? Did you really just ask me that? I'm going to be able to get you this home for $100,000 less than what it's listed for. Maybe if it's a distressed property or you're an all cash buyer and you want to close really quickly with no contingencies, I mean, maybe it's possible. But sometimes I really have to rip that Band-Aid off and just really help educate people on where our current housing market is, to let them know that it's competitive. A new listing that comes out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that's toured on Saturday and Sunday is sold by Monday. If it's still here by Tuesday, that rings a bell in my head. If it's still here by Wednesday, we can probably come in with at list or a little bit below the list price. But I feel like my first month at Redfin, I've been a little bit of like a therapist for some people, you know, understanding their relationships, but also trying to like guide them through the process of what they should expect and how it's going to be once we start submitting these offers. So that way we have a fighting chance to be able to win them their next home. And I don't think I would have learned this the first month at any other brokerage. I probably would have learned this like maybe 6 months or 1 year into it. But with the amount of like clients that I've been given in just this first month, I'm just like, wow, I've been learning so much. My entire calendar is open. I don't think there's any other agent at Redfin who literally has from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. just completely wide open, because I have no other obligations. I want to be able to grow what I'm doing fast. I want to be able to learn fast. And the only way to do that is to keep myself wide open for everyone, which is going to be able to differentiate myself from everyone else out there who potentially has kids, who maybe has a different schedule and has to work around things, or just isn't fully dedicated to real estate. So I think that's the reason why I was given a few more clients during this first month. Now, I have been writing contracts. Nothing has like stuck yet. And I'm hoping one of these will stick eventually, but I'm just happy that, you know, I have a couple of buyers who are extremely active. They are remote purchasers that are trying to move to Colorado. And so they're throwing offers left and right on practically any property. I have a couple of other first-time home buyers who I'm trying to help them really navigate this space. I love the fact that at Redfin, there's just so much data on easily creating these reports to be able to give to my buyers to let them really understand like how the market is for a really niche area, even zip code or type of property. When I was at other brokerages, I feel like I spent time trying to kind of gather this information to be able to piece together, to be able to like regurgitate it back to my clients. And hopefully I said everything correctly. Whereas at Redfin, a few clicks of the button and I have all the information that I need to present this like amazing report to my buyers. That way they know how the market is, what is winning offers, how above list price it is going for, what the comparables are in the area, what the fine details on all those comparables are like, and all the photos and all this fun stuff just at a click of a button. So I think that saves me so much time because I want to be seen as a knowledgeable expert in this industry, and without this like report that I'm able to create, it's a little difficult to be able to really believe what someone's saying. Whereas if I am able to present this printed out presentation that goes over everything that you need to know in that particular market, like I'm sold. Where do I sign? How can you help me buy my next property? Because that was amazing. So I love that the tools that I have for Redfin just makes my job a little bit easier. I love the fact that I can see my entire database of clients that I have coming in and where they're currently at every stage of the process. And yeah, it's just, the first month has been amazing. I am still a little bummed though that one of my contracts has not gone through yet, but I know with time it will happen. And I am grateful that I've been able to really learn and educate and help people so far rather than trying to like find business and find people to help. So pick your poison. But I think so far my first month at Redfin has been great. And I honestly can't really wait for my next month to see all the new clients that I'm going to receive. My calendar is going to stay completely wide open. I'm officially done with training because drinking out of the fire hose was a lot to handle, but thankfully I can... Don't say that. It was a lot to handle, but I'm glad I am done with training and I've been able to learn so much in so little time. And I would have never learned this if I wasn't at Redfin. So I'm grateful that we have this team concept where we all work with one another, because as Redfin grows, we grow as well. And I can only expect it to get better from here. So thank you for watching my video. If you haven't yet liked or subscribed, please, come on, hit that little button, watch one of my other videos, and stay tuned because obviously I'm going to create more content about this. So, thanks.